Economics students. I'm famous, I think, so I need no introduction. So I'm just going to dive straight into the content. And today we are analyzing the effects of inflation on the balance of trade. This is a little bit complex, and I noticed that many students forget the analysis and face all sorts of mix-ups, so hence this video. So with inflation, it means that the goods and services that are produced by this economy, prices are increasing, right? So that it would include the prices of exports, because obviously exports are one of the goods and services that are produced by this economy. Assuming the demand for exports are price elastic, then quantity demanded for exports would fall more than one, so more than proportionately. So i.e. the quantity demanded is going to fall very significantly, and in terms of proportion, it is falling by a greater proportion than the prices are increasing. And that will bring us to a fall in export revenue. So this part is really nothing new. It's what you have learned in microeconomics, okay, part of applying the knowledge of PED. So you work through this and you will get a fall in export revenue. Now, so for example, this economy could be producing, say what? Say diapers, okay, and lo and behold, if you look at Singapore, for example, okay, Singapore does actually produce our own diapers, okay, peekaboo, all right, and obviously there are substitutes available out there, okay, there are diapers that are produced by all sorts of manufacturers in different countries, okay, so the availability of substitutes, that's likely to be the key reason for the demand for our exports to be price elastic. All right. Later on, we are going to relax this assumption. We're going to question this assumption a little bit, and that we will do at the evaluation stage. So moving on, where imports are concerned, it's very important to realize that imports, okay, import prices haven't changed, right? Because this is inflation in the domestic economy, so import prices haven't changed, okay? And domestic prices have increased, and that's consistent with inflation, right? So what's happening now, if you look at these, is that the imports are going to become more price competitive. And if we assume that the imports and the domestically produced goods and services, they are substitutes, if we assume that there is such a relationship where XED value between the imported goods and the domestically produced goods and services are positive, which is what you will find for substitutes, then the demand for imports would rise. Okay, so this is XED at work here, right? Price of related goods are increasing, which are the domestically produced goods and services. Price of related goods, which we are assuming are substitutes, that's increasing, and then the demand for imports would therefore increase. Once again, this is something that you would have learned in microeconomics, okay, part of a demand factor, price of related good, in this case we are assuming substitutes, okay, and also part of your XED application. So through that, the demand increase, that will likely mean that there will be more imports that are purchased, and therefore this will bring about an increase in import expenditure. Since the balance of trade is your export revenue minus your import expenditure, so if you look at it mathematically, then it is no-brainer why your balance of trade would worsen. So i.e. the value is going to become smaller. So balance of trade worsens. So inflation leads to a worsening of the balance of trade. Now that's provided these assumptions hold. Alright?